Yeah, Gary, this thing looks like to me the rotation has increased a little bit. It looks like to me it's trying to funnel again. We don't have a funnel at the moment, but I tell you what, it's moving. And when you see it move like this, you really got to be concerned. Gary, it's funneling again, Gary. Gary, if you can hear me, it's forming a funnel again. It's funneling right now. There's a funnel right in the middle of that big rotating wall cloud. I do not see any debris on the ground, but it's a well-formed cone-shaped funnel right in the middle of this rotating wall cloud. And those other spotters out there watching, watch real close to see if there's any debris on the ground, because this thing is halfway to the ground, Gary. Very narrow, thin funnel right in the middle of the wall cloud. The funnel is again halfway to the ground. I can't see the ground to see if there's debris on the ground right now, but very well-formed funnel, Gary. Very well-formed, narrow funnel. It's a needle-looking funnel. Now it's even a little lower than halfway to the ground. Yes, Gary, funnel is 3/4 of the way to the ground. 3/4 of the way to the ground right now.
Today I can see debris. I wouldn't call it debris. I see condensation on the ground moving up right now, Gary. So this has stayed on the ground for quite a while. We usually see them touch down and go back up, but this one is still have a weak rotation on the ground. Looks like it's maybe getting bigger.
Gary? Yes, if you can hear me, Gary, the funnel is growing. The funnel is getting wider at the top. It's, when you see this kind of a funnel, you know that it's getting ready to get stronger. When it's doing this, it looks like it's intensifying to me. I see the funnel, now the funnel cloud is all the way to the ground, Gary. The actual funnel cloud itself is all the way to the ground. Wow.
Wipers, please.
Get closer, you want to?
You stay right here. I think it's good. It's coming right at us, right?
Slowly.
Well, if you want to. It just...
Well, okay, we got a good great place. And now pull back. Man.
Gosh, I wish I had my still pick.
Gary. Yeah, Gary, this tornado continues just as large as it ever was now. I mean, and this is a good-sized tornado. It's not very large at the ground, estimating, I would say, at the ground level, it's probably not more than 50 yards in diameter, maybe 60, 70 yards, but this thing has a lot of rotation with it. I mean, we can visually see it rotating all the way up and down the tornado. I mean, it's very impressive. Now we're seeing debris on the ground, Gary. We are seeing more debris now. More debris on the ground. The tornado sirens are sounding in El Reno right now. We can hear them. This tornado has gotten stronger. Has gotten stronger, Gary. Let's get closer. Go to. got to where we're probably a half a mile from it right now, and it's you know, it's very narrow, very thin at the surface, but it's still doing some damage. I don't see it going across any structures at the moment, but it's going across an open field, and it is just throwing up the grass and the dirt and debris and everything. Yeah, Gary, this thing is a quarter of a mile south of Interstate 40. Quarter of a mile south of Interstate 40. Hey, Gary, it's about to hit a house. It's about. Can you hear me, Gary?
Turn the wipers off, please.
Gary, can you hear me? Wow.
Wipers, please.
Back a little bit, back. Gary, it's getting stronger. I don't know if you can hear me, Gary.
Wipers.
I'm going to turn and face it. Wow.
Wipers, please.
Go back a little bit. There's another one over there. There's 2 tornadoes, Gary. Yes, Gary, we've got 2 tornadoes. The first tornado has just dissipated. We've got a second tornado that's formed to the southeast of it. That would put it south-southwest of El Reno. It's formed probably a mile and a half southeast of the other one. And we are getting debris falling out of the sky right now at our location, Gary.
Be still, be still.
Yeah, Gary, it appears this other tornado is starting to get a little stronger. There's not much of a funnel cloud with it. I can see a short little stubby funnel at the top, and it's producing more debris really than this tornado produced. But it is on the ground, and we are looking southeast from our location about probably 1 3/4 miles at this other tornado. The first tornado, Gary, barely missed a house and a barn over here that's a quarter of a mile or less south of I-40. It dissipated just probably less than 100 yards from that house. This other tornado is getting bigger, Gary. I don't know if you can still hear me. Gary, can you hear me? It just hit something. Gary, can you hear me? Gary, we've got the other tornado is starting to come down again now. Matter of fact, it's just getting ready to touch down. We got a very narrow, thin, ropey tornado getting ready to touch down. This will be 2 tornadoes in the ground at the same time again. And the second tornado now is going to be directly northwest of the first tornado and about a quarter of a mile south of I-40.
Wipers, please.
Okay, both tornadoes. The first tornado, if you're seeing where we're at, it's southeast of us. Let me pull my map up here real quick. Gary, it's going to be south of El Reno. I'm going to estimate about 2 miles south of El Reno, south of I-40, south of El Reno. Still with me? The second tornado is lifted now. It briefly touched down, produced a brief debris cloud. We still have, the funnel is rotating strongly with it. Well, the first tornado now still has a lot of debris with it too. It's the bigger one at the moment, Gary. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes it sounds like he's coming to me. I'm sorry. Gosh, Mike,